Hi, I'm Pat Rankin with Potomac River Construction. We're here on site today, one of our projects that is already underway. Briefly, what we have is a really nice screened-in porch going in, some additional decking, a bunch of retaining walls with a built-in grill. We have a hot tub application here, a nice patio with a built-in fireplace. We have this really excellent software that we use both for our interior and exterior projects, this one being exterior. So it's a virtual tour of what we're proposing to build for our client. A project like this, from inception to completion, is probably 4 months, give or take. Depends how aggressively we attack the design phase and how much time we spend doing that. Usually the more time we spend, the more fluid the process is when we actually put a shovel in ground and start building it. I think the big thing is design. How, what are we going to build for them? How are we going to represent it to them? So again, the software really helps with that. We have several meetings where we discuss the clients' their needs, their tastes, and kind of what they have in mind, and then we help facilitate that process based on our expertise and our experience with building these structures and these outdoor living spaces as well as indoor. Some popular trends today are, one example is this fire pit we're building right here. That seems to be very popular. A lot of people have had good experiences with their friends and their families. A lot of times we propose outdoor fireplaces, and that's a nice feature. It has a lot of bulk to it. It's it's an eye catcher. But apparently a lot of people are enjoying these fire pits just because it really brings people around the circle, and it gives off great warmth even in the middle of the winter. All of our clients want these projects to move as quickly as possible, so we have to multitask. So it takes a lot of planning because you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but a lot of things go into that. So you can see that we got some masonry going on here, we got our carpentry going on here, and also there's our electrician slash plumber who is he's running all the wiring for all the outdoor outlets, for the grill. He's running all the power to the hot tub, as well as running the gas line for the grill. So he's got quite a bit to do. They're going to have a flat screen application, a plasma up in the corner there, so he's got to run the cable and the power for that as well. We have to plan for all of our outdoor landscape lighting, all of our irrigation. So when we build these structures, we have PVC sleeves going through all of this so that we can feed all of our wires and water as necessary. And like this, for example, right here, this fire pit that we're building right here has a washout. So this thing's going to build up. It's going to get dirty after multiple uses. Instead of the client having to go in there and clean it out with his hands, he can just clean out the debris, and then he can hose it out, and he's going to it's going to come out right here. We're going to dig a pit with some gravel so that thing can be cleaned whenever necessary, easy. This stone wall has got a couple of purposes besides the fact that it's very pretty, and this is a really nice stone. What we're doing is right where my man was working over here is going to be the built-in grill. So we got to run a gas line to that. It's going to have a rotisserie so the client can walk out, and this is going to be a Brazilian walnut deck, which is a natural wood. It's exotic, very, very hard, very dense, very, very pretty. So he's going to walk out. He's going to have his grilling station right here, and right here on the other side of it is going to be his hot tub. So we got a nice little nook slash niche here that we're going to slide this hot tub in here, and it's going to be down below the wall. So he's going to have some privacy, and then we're going to screen it with some natural plantings and some landscaping. So this is really going to be tucked in here. And the access for this hot tub is actually going to be from the deck, step over this retaining wall, and step right into the hot tub. So it's really going to be a very intimate setting right here. When we talk about decking, there's a couple ways to go. We do high-end projects, so we're not doing pressure-treated lumber here. That's not what we do. We're either doing synthetic decking, it could be Trex, it could be TimberTech. They've really come a long way in the last few years. They have a really nice look, a nice feel, and very low maintenance. Not a lot you have to do to them once it's installed. But in this particular case, we're using a Brazilian walnut, which is really about as high-end as you can get, and it's really beautiful. It's exotic. It's from Brazil, obviously. Very, very dense. We apply an oil to this, so it brings out a really rich color, texture. And then what we do is these are attached, they're secured from the sides into the joists, so there are no screw heads, no nail heads. So it's the equivalent of a really high-end interior floor. And it's wide plank as well, so it's a really attractive look. Whenever you're designing any of these projects, additions, screened-in porches, etc., you have to take into consideration the existing architecture as well as the existing materials on the house. So in this particular instance, we're going to tie in, we're doing a couple of things. Obviously it's going to be the same roof tile. We're also doing a similar pitch to what is the existing. So that's going to look really nice, architecturally on the back of the house. You're going to have two of them. As well, so yeah, you have to take all that into consideration. This is a good example of what separates what we're doing and what we're into from just a regular pressure-treated deck or something that's kind of slapped together, thrown together. What makes this high-end? There's several things: the materials and the design. But for instance, we've already mentioned the Brazilian walnut decking, which is very high-end. It's very nice. It looks like interior hardwood flooring. In addition to that, we have a peaked ceiling. We have recessed lights out here. We have speakers. We're going to have a flat screen application. The screening that goes around this deck is high-end as well. It comes in panels, so if there's any damage ever done in the future, it's a matter of replacing one panel, not replacing the whole thing. In addition to that, it's got a powder-coated metal pickets on the bottom of it, which also provides an attractive look but prevents the screen from breaking. All of this lumber out here that's used for the framing is going to be wrapped with PVC. So all the trim's going to be white. In addition, it's never going to have to be painted or dealt with or pressure washed or anything like that again. So really, it's not just the look and the feel. That's a big part of it, but it's maintenance as well. It's trying to keep everything as low maintenance as possible. These guys are just getting started. We'll be back here actually in about a month and check on their progress. We should have quite a bit done by then. And then probably we'll check in at the end and see what the final product looks like.